The following topic is often classified as pseudoscience because its spiritual implications are dismissed on principle and relegated to the realm of esotericism. Although nowadays people are increasingly open to researches and ideas about the importance of vibrations and energies, the concepts of programmed water or remembering water are still unbelievable to most people. Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher, born on the 22nd of July 1943 in Yokohama, Japan, has gained international recognition for his studies and experiments on the influence of human consciousness on the molecular structure of water. Dr. Emoto holds a degree in international relations from Yokohama Municipal University and a doctorate in alternative medicine in 1992. In 1986, he founded International Health Medical, and in 1989 was granted exclusive rights to market the magnetic resonance analyzer, a device patented by Ronald Weinstock. This device could detect, for example, a magnetic field around a human hair and diagnose almost any disease. In the same year, he renamed the device to Vibrationometer, which he himself became the operator of, and it was around this time that he began to realize that our entire world was made up of vibrations of different frequencies. And he was not alone in this realization, as Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant minds and inventors of the last centuries, among others, said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." As I mentioned, everything is made up of vibrations and energies. So are intangible concepts such as thoughts and emotions. Dr. Emoto's research has focused on how these affect the physical properties of water. He hypothesized that water molecules can store and transmit information, and that this information can be influenced by external stimuli, including human consciousness. He claimed that exposing water to positive or negative emotions, music, even the written word, can change its molecular structure, which in turn makes a difference to the way water behaves and looks. In one of Dr. Emoto's most famous experiments, he exposed distilled water to different types of music. He practically made the water samples listen to them. He then froze these samples so that he could analyze the crystal structure of the water molecules that had turned to ice using a microscope. He observed that water samples exposed to classical music had beautiful and symmetrical crystalline structures, while samples exposed to heavy metal and other types of negative music, for example, had distorted, chaotic structures. In one particular experiment, a song about a love breakup was played to the water, and the result was astonishing. The frozen water crystals were almost broken in two. In another experiment, distilled water was exposed to words with positive and negative meanings. Dr. Emoto wrote words such as love and gratitude on bottles of water, while he wrote negative words such as hate and fear on other bottles. He found that water molecules exposed to positive words formed beautiful, symmetrical, ordered crystals, while water molecules exposed to negative words formed distorted, ugly, and disordered crystals. Further differences were found between the waters of bottles with the same meaning but labeled in different languages. So a different crystal structure was found in the water samples of the bottle labeled with the Japanese and the English equivalents of love. Emoto also experimented with floral aromas and flower extracts. These also arranged water molecules into unique shapes depending on the shape and characteristics of the petals of the flowers. His work also included the study of the impact of prayer and intention on water. He found that exposing water to positive intentions and prayers can result in better water quality, while negative intentions and curses can have the opposite effect. In one experiment, Professor Emoto took a water sample from a pond and froze part of it. The frozen molecules were quite amorphous and irregular. When a priest prayed next to another part of the same water sample, after freezing the sample, a perfectly regular, beautiful crystal lattice appeared under the microscope. When Emoto asked the praying priest what he was thinking about during the prayer, the priest replied that he was invoking the spirits of the 7 goddesses of fortune. The professor was amazed, as the sample took a heptagonal shape, one he had never seen before in any of his experiments. So Emoto has also basically proved that thoughts have a creative power, whether we are talking about positive or negative thoughts, and this is perfectly demonstrated in water crystals. But the same is true of spoken words, which is why prayers and Buddhist mantras can have a real effect. He also believed that water has memory, which means it can retain and transmit information to other water molecules. If we assume that about 70% of the human body is made up of water, it makes a big difference under what circumstances, in what environment, and with what quality of thoughts and emotions we consume our daily water intake. Astonishingly, no crystal structure is formed in tap water treated with chlorine or even in water exposed to microwaves. Another interesting experiment of Emoto's is the rice experiment, which anyone can easily try at home, and you can also find some videos on YouTube from people who have already tried it. For this experiment, all you need is cooked rice, divided into jars labeled with different positive and negative words, and then sealed. Stored in the same place, under the same conditions, so that they are subjected to the same conditions, over a given time the rice will change differently in the jar, depending on whether they are labeled with positive or negative words. The rice in the jar with the word love remained visibly beautiful, while the rice in the jar with the word hate turned moldy. If you do try this experiment, please be sure to comment and let me know how it turns out. Quantum physics has proven that the whole universe vibrates, and that everything that exists has its own unique frequency of vibration. Each thought has its own frequency, a specific wavelength, which is expressed in every cell of our body, since most living organisms are made of water. In 1989, Warren J. Hammerman wrote that the organic material of the human body produces a sound at a frequency 42 octaves above middle C, that is a sound that is a vibration of 570 billion hertz. So that's the scientific basis when we talk about how our emotions change the vibration of our bodies, which we may also feel in our fellow human beings. The scientific evidence for measurable changes in emotion is being addressed by the HeartMath Institute, among others. We've all experienced a change of mood where we've been depressed and discouraged, but when we've had good news or a positive change, our zest for life and energy has returned in the blink of an eye, and as a result, we have a different effect on those around us. As Dr. Emoto and colleagues at the HeartMath Institute have discovered, this high vibration is achieved through high levels of emotion such as love and gratitude. In fact, the researchers claim that gratitude produces an emotional impact twice as strong as love. Dr. Emoto was also keenly interested in Dr. Rupert Sheldrake's theory of the morphogenetic field, since his experiment with water crystals was nothing less than a visualization of the resonance of the morphogenetic field. Dr. Emoto's work has been criticized by many scientists who say his experiments lack scientific rigor. His claims were not supported by mainstream science, and his theories about the properties of water were not accepted by the scientific community. Despite these criticisms, Dr. Emoto's work has had a significant impact on popular culture, and his ideas have inspired many people around the world. Many people have adopted his theories and practices, including drinking and using water with positive words on water bottles and playing classical music to improve the quality of water in their homes. His work has thus influenced the fields of spirituality, naturopathy, and holistic healing. In addition to his research on water, Dr. Emoto was also a prolific author, writing several books on his theories and findings. Among his most popular books are The Hidden Messages in Water, The True Power of Water, and The Miracle of Water. In 2005, he founded the Emoto Peace Project, a non-profit organization dedicated to promoting world peace through the power of positive thinking and intention. The organization encouraged people around the world to send positive intentions and prayers for peace to water sources in the hope that the ripple effect of peace and harmony would spread around the world. In addition to his research, the professor was also a sought-after lecturer and teacher, and traveled the world to share his ideas and findings with others. He was known for his charismatic personality and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Dr. Emoto Masaru passed away on the 17th of October 2014, but his work and ideas continue to inspire people around the world. Its legacy is a testament to the power of human consciousness and the potential of nature to heal and transform our lives. Here is an extended selection of Emoto's photographs of water crystals exposed to different influences, words, music, prayers. Water crystals in natural waters. Sanbu Ichiyusui spring water, Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. Water from the Fuji River, Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan. The water of the Holy Well of Lourdes, France. Ice from Antarctica. Lake Maggiore, Switzerland. Mount Cook Glacier, New Zealand. Sample taken from the middle of the Shimanto River, Kochi Prefecture, Japan. The Saijo Spring Water, Hiroshima Prefecture, Japan. The Amazon River, South America. The Huilo Huilo Waterfall, Chile. Lake Titicaca, Peru. Antipolo, Philippines. Lake Baikal, Russia. Lake Motosuko, Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. Lake Biwako, the largest lake in central Japan and the reservoir of the Kinki region. Pollution here is getting worse. Japan's Yodo River flows into the Gulf of Osaka. The river flows through most of Kasai's major cities. And to different kinds of music, such crystals were formed. Tchaikovsky, Swan Lake. Pachelbel, Canon. Johann Strauss II, The Beautiful Blue Danube. Sarasate, Zigeunerweisen. John Lennon, Imagine. Beethoven, Symphony No. 5, Fate. Bach, Air on the G string. Mozart, Symphony No. 40 in G minor. Debussy, Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Debussy, La Mer. Mendelssohn, The Wedding March. One of the theme songs from the film The Sound of Music, Edelweiss. Amazing Grace, Church Hymn. Smetana, Moldau. Schubert, Ave Maria. Iosif Ivanovici, Waves of the Danube. Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, String. Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, Summer. Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, Autumn. Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, Winter. Beethoven, Symphony No. 6, Pastoral. Kawachi folk dance, folk music. Elvis Presley, Heartbreak Hotel. The different words had this effect on the water crystals. The effects on water of different photos stuck on bottles. Cherry blossoms. Dolphins. Elephant. Heart mark. Lotus flower. An Egyptian pyramid. A Mayan pyramid from Mexico. A Moai statue. Mount Fuji. Sedona, America. The Haitati Shrine, Japan. Pleiades, the constellation of Virgo. And prayers have affected the molecules of some waters in this way. The waters of the Fujiwara Dam before the prayer of a Buddhist monk and after his prayer. Tokyo's tap water before 500 people sent love energy towards it from across Japan, and then water in the Watarazi Basin before and after prayer. Tap water in a Japanese primary school before and after prayer. The tap water of the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park before and after the prayer. The waters of Lake Biwa in Japan before and after prayer. The waters of the Bwandam in Korea before and after prayer. The waters of Lake Carapicuíba, Brazil before and after prayer. As you've seen, we can have a really spectacular effect on water, and many people think it's intelligent because of that. Personally, I believe that it is the frequencies of the thoughts and vibrations associated with words and music and the emotions that actually influence the molecules of water. So we are a kind of intermediary towards the water, in the crystals of which our own emotions and thoughts are embodied. I'm curious to hear what you think about this, so please be sure to write it down in the comments. Well, I hope you found the video interesting. If so, be sure to like it. Check out some of my previous videos, because I'm sure you'll find more interesting ones. Subscribe if you liked what you saw, and you won't miss out on my upcoming content. Thanks for your attention. See you in next video.